Episode 2. In an off-record interview, Apollo, a transient often called the ultimate solo idol, said the following. What moved me to become an idol? That's a good question you're asking. First, the deal is, there's nothing with my kind of gravity in Tokyo's showbiz system, got it? There's no other sun. Except for the 5 other suns we actually have in this game. The sun moves planets around it, he said, but no one moves the sun. A top idol isn't at the top because they can dance well, sing great, perform with the best of them, or they're good at teaching the audience the moves. There are plenty of people like that. They rise, they fall, they disappear. A top idol, however, becomes one because the world needs them, requires them, desires them. As society demands, so one becomes. So if we're talking with all of that in mind, then I'll tell you, when the fans come to seek my proclamations, they want to see the contrast or the gap between the light and shadow that makes me. In times past, Apollo's twisted prophecies had the world in the palm of his hand. When a king seeking dominance sought his counsel, he prophesied that a great country would fall. The king started a war and thus destroyed his own land. Apollo did not speak lies, but the people of Olympus were ever tormented by the results they did not seek. Yet this is all the more reason why they sought Apollo's proclamations, why countless martyrs lined up before his dwelling. He was not sought because he could tell the future. He was sought because he moved the world in grand and dramatic fashions. That is why he was praised and worshipped. The degree to which one moves the world, the gap resulting before and after one takes action, serves as the measurement of an idol's power. Doesn't matter how hot or bright you burn. Doesn't matter how high you tower up those blue blazing skies. That's not enough to stay top idol. There's no idol in the universe that can shine on their audience for all eternity. Except Gabriel. The latest advances in astronomy hold that even the sun will burn out in time, leaving the universe to chill and freeze. That Apollo holds is the reason that gap, that contrast, is the sole quality that sets a top idol apart, however. When the interviewers had left, when the cameras were off, when the public no longer probed, what a pain. They're not going to get it, right? And I know they're not going to get it, so that's that. After making peace and gaining cooperation of the slimes that had taken residence in the old movie set village, you and the trainees finish organizing your lesson studio and spend the night in your lodgings. Then, good morning, new blood! Oh, my ears! Where is he speaking from? Powerful voice that sounds like it's screaming in your ears with guitar accompaniment bellows from outside the building. Good morning. Gosh, what an alarm, huh? It's way too early for this. Please let me sleep a little more. Morning, everyone. I slept great. Oh, looks like you slept less great. You all okay? It's like, yeah. Like, I hate it. I hate it. What's up, everybody? It's the start of a beautiful morning. It sure is. Tante responds to the mysterious shout with a smile. I don't really like high-pressure voices like these. Yeah, well, where the hell's he yelling from? It's like the whole place is bugged with speakers. My ears are ringing. All right, young bloods, get with the program. My special lessons have already begun. Gather up out in front. Wait, lessons have already started. Let's get ready to head out, everyone. Lesson now? We haven't even had breakfast yet. I didn't sign up for early morning training. Let's just head out. This will be a hard. Say, where's Amdusius? Though you only just woken up and trainees get ready to head outside. It's cold out. I'm too tired. I want to go back to bed. Why'd I sign up for it? Oh, hey, wait, everyone. Oh, we're going to start filming. Let's get to it. You, the trainees, Apollo and his manager, all line up in front of Vaimoime. All right, that's all of you. Good morning, young bloods. I, Vaimoime, will be your voice trainer for your little stint in training camp. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. You two have a lot of passion. Morning, Brandon. I'm sure you're looking forward to learning what kind of lesson this will be. Oh, I got called to come over, and just thinking about what could happen next has me shaking in my boots. The exact opposite reaction. Our trainer is one of the teachers from Nakano, right? He's scared enough to have you quivering? The guy's a legend in our school. Any student Vaimoime personally teaches is guaranteed to go pro. Problem is, he only gives personal lessons to students he thinks has the potential. This is one real golden opportunity. Got it? That's fortunate. But why are you so nervous then, Amdusius? Well, see, there's this rumor that his lessons are rough. Real rough. Tons of students retire levels of rough. Pro debut or retirement? Talk about extremes. Alright, so this guy's a big deal. Got it. Rough training, huh? I wonder if it's tougher than the darker Headmaster Deads. Now I'm looking forward to it. Vaimoime loudly clears his throat over the chattering trainees, demanding quiet. Before our lesson, I would ask you young bloods, you want a good singing voice. What do you need? I would say good ear for music. You gotta have that rhythm too. Like, there's a ton of songs that are hard to sing in karaoke. I think you need to have pep, spirit. You want to make people have fun as an idol, right? Musical sense, technique, expressive skill, there are lots of answers. But what is it that Mr. Vaimoime wants to hear? Apollo receives the question with a frigid lack of enthusiasm, opting not to answer. And you, producer? How would you answer my question? My trainees answered the But I think, yeah, well, yeah, because I think in someone's like voice training thing, like they talked about how like your body does matter in terms of being able to do voices and whatnot. So physical fitness first? Precisely! Trainees' answers were all certainly necessities. Yet, what does one need to gain that skill? That expressive power? That's right! Physical fitness! That is the bedrock! You're gonna have us run laps, aren't you? A first-rate performer does not shirk the maintenance of their instruments. Tell me then, what is an idol's instrument? There's only one answer: themselves! Singing, commentating, changing, all sorts of performances, all in a show that runs good or two. I clearly don't have physical fitness. All in a show that runs a good 2 or 3 hours. You're going to need stamina to see it through. When the show reaches its peak, when it's at the end and you need to sing your best, can you squeeze out the energy you need to go the distance? I mean, if I end up like Agnia, like from Octopath Traveler 2, I'll probably have everything I need. You'll have to. And to do that, you'll need to train yourself. That's why we're starting with physical fitness. Dante nods on understanding. Vapula looks clearly unamused. Echo looks at everyone in amazement, and Amdusias maintains a blank expression. Overwhelmed by Vine Moyman's rousing speech, the trainees are then given previously unimagined training tasks that leaves them shocked. Therefore, during the duration of this training camp, you'll be running 1 lap from this spot to the hill up north each morning. 5 miles total. Get running! Hey, 5 miles? I'm dead. I can barely do 1. I can barely do 1. See, last time I did the physical fitness test or whatever, and they had the mile run, I think it took me 20 minutes to do a mile, which is sad, yes. Or longer. Might have taken me 30. Or longer, I can't remember. But I know it took me a while. What? Why the snack job producer? You're running with us, Brandon. Oh, well, I'm dead. I'll see you guys in like 5 hours. I figured. Valentine's idol show. Don't let your dreams be dreams. After warming up, you, Apollo, and the trainees begin running along the mountain path out from your lodging. I did not come back for 4 hours because I died about barely part way. At the start, everyone runs at the same pace, and all parties gradually start to spread out due to differences in stride and stamina. Apollo is gone before you know it, vanished to who knows where on the running course. Meanwhile, Tante matches pace with Vapla and Echo, that confidence, encouraging them as he goes. Oh, wait, what about Amdusias? You and Amdusias are running side by side in front of them. Taxi, please! There are no taxis on this route. Glad you got enough pep to joke, Brandon. I'm not joking. I'm dying. The mood lightens a bit, yet as you jog along with enough energy to maintain a relaxed conversation, in time you see Apollo's back in the distance up ahead. Ah, Brandon, I'm Ducius. Hey, how's it going? Working hard? He strikes up a conversation when you catch up. Every first-rate idol runs about this distance to build up that stamina. It's pretty tough at first, but if you keep your eyes on the prize, the pro debut, you can run 5 miles. I believe in you. Good luck. I'm going on ahead. He speaks with the same pleasant tone he brings to his shows, not out of breath in the slightest, before pushing his speed even further and sailing off. Where's Sonic the Hedgehog in the game? Or where's Ichigo? Where's Bankai Ichigo? Ugh. Huge gap with last night. Damn, Ollie really is something. Just look at how easily he handles this crazy workout when he goes into idle mode. Okay, I'm inspired. Brandon, let's bump up our pace a bit. Huh? Oh. Conversing and receiving encouragement from the top idol he admires him much fills Amdusias with inspiration. So, let's pass him. If we're going for a debut in such a short time, we're going to want that kind of spirit. Amdusias smiles as he says that, but wears a graver expression after taking his next breath. I've been hiding it this whole time, but I love idols. Enough to wish I were one myself. Either that says I King on his jacket or it says King. Either way, cool jacket, man. But it's like what I said when you scouted me. This industry doesn't need burly guys like me. I beg to differ. So I'd given up on it. I figured it was a dream that was never gonna happen. Hey, Brandon. You're sure about this, right? That it is okay for me to want to stand on that shining stage? I don't want to give a blanket answer. A tough path, but a path nonetheless. Yeah. You really give it to me straight, huh? How others won't. Thanks, producer. I'll try facing what it is I really want to do. Alright, time to strap up and run harder. I'm gonna catch up to Apollo and... Two of you catch sight of a figure up ahead, and it's unmistakably the idol you had just spoken with. Amdusias lets out a whisper of disbelief, slowing his pace. He realized that before him is a reality he does not want to see. Yep, that's it for today. That's it for today's shooting. Caretaker! Take care of the rest, Kay. Oh, but carry me back to the room first. Great job today, Polly. You were absolutely magnificent out there. Are you sure you want to wrap up your running here, Polly? That trainer didn't look like the kind of guy who would let that slide. Excuse me? You really think a caretaker can backtalk me like that? Oh, 1,000 apologies, Polly. He's still new here. I'll give him a good talking to afterward. Thanks, much appreciated. Oh, hey, Brandon. You're awfully quick. Color me surprised. I figured you'd take a little longer with your speed. I am technically your mother in the Olympus sense, considering that hurry. No, I'm not. But walk that back a few sentences. I'm glad. I am technically your superior in the Olympus sense. Already in stop mode. Sorry for the wait. Not like I was waiting. You're kind of funny, Brandon. I'm not always gonna play ball. They got the pitches they wanted, so I don't have to try any harder. I'm on the Relaxation Express. Sitting cross-legged on an expensive rug laid out atop a mountain trail. What? Apollo speaks without a trace of guilt. Standing before the lounging top idol, Lucius steels himself and replies. Polly, I'd like to run with you. I'm actually a big fan of you, Polly, and I want to shine on the stage, just like you do. Your lightning debut rocked my world. I had no idea I'd get to see such an idol in my lifetime. The gap between the showbiz glitz of your concert with Gabrielle and the warmth of your smile during fan service was just to die for. And who are you again? Lucius? Wow, you've been watching me a lot, haven't you? Ain't that something? Apollo exaggeratedly overreacts in an apparent effort to cut off Lucius's verbal barrage. Yeah, I have. I really look up to you, Apollo. That's so. Well, not like that matters much to me. His words come out sounding cold and uncaring, and show a different kind of disinterest to the slovenly attitude he's been displaying until now. All that stuff you went on about, I did purely as business. None of it really matters to me. What? If you want to have your ideals or dreams or whatever, go ahead. Have them. Enjoy them. No matter what you say, though, you're not getting me to run again. Then, as if to refuse any further conversation, Apollo lies down with his back to the trainee. Am I on strike two, or am I strike two with this guy, or let me check in my book. All right. Hey, that's going too far. Even you, who he'd shown more interest in than the others, cannot get a reaction out of Apollo. Losing his patience before you, the idol speaks up again with his back still turned. If you guys ain't going, then I'll be heading out first. Caretakers? Yes, sir! The managers assemble around Apollo at his call, unfold a portable palanquin, and hoist their master onto it. Amdusius watches with a sad look in his eyes as Apollo makes his exit. Right then, however, the ground nearly shakes as a voice bellows out loud enough for all to hear. Apollo! You thought you could sneak away, did you? Well, you can't fool these legendary ears of mine. I don't care if you're a special guest. While you're here, my word is law. And trainees who can't even wait a day before tapping out get a new special training menu. White Boyman comes running from the direction of the camp, kicking up a trail of dust behind him. Oh, crap! 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 How's he that fast? We gotta get out of here! Caretakers! Dash! Dash at the speed of light! Too late! The Ultra Instinct you! No! That horror film. With all the strength of a raging tsunami, Ame-no-uzume knocks over the platform with Apollo on it and locks him in a grapple. Mountain Trail Wrestling. Amdusius, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. It's not like a pro idol would give me the time of day. You're hurt. Let's go, producer. Sometime later, the trainees managed to finish their 5-mile run and return safely to the lesson studio. Can't move. Running before breakfast sure is torture. Great job out there, Vapula. I bought you some water. Let's catch our breath here and relax a little. How are you so energetic, Tante? I know you were slowing down for me and Vapula, but that's really something. The proper Santa Claus needs strength, so a lot of classes beyond reindeer training also include running. Amdusius, you and the producer were pretty impressive too. You got back to the camp a lot sooner than any of us. Yeah, honestly, I should have waited for you guys, or went back for you guys. I think I might have pushed myself a bit too much. But I'm glad to see we all survived day one, or morning one at least. Mr. Valentine back yet? He blasted past us at light speed on the way. Tante is staring towards the path leading out to camp when Apollo comes into view, dragging himself back. Can't take it anymore! Caretakers, where's that water? I take it you like my special training menu? Sounds like it woke up that slack body of yours. Good job running the distance. You made yourself a good example for the other trainees. Have this water. You earned it. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh, you getting that treatment. Apology! Valentine, imposer of the regiment, is not even slightly out of breath. He pulls out a bucket of water and dumps it all over Apollo. Yeesh, talk about ultra Spartan. That guy's giving out the training from hell. And Avanto! What are you shouting about, Tante? Avanto? Here's the sauna fairy. We should get sucked too. Yeah, Let's give it a try. Actually, no. Don't even! Don't even! And so ends the hullabaloo over the first day's morning running, and the trainees finally get to sit down for some breakfast. Isn't this just the Beast Tamers Guild? Now this is the stuff. Nope. Now this is the stuff. I was hungrier than hungry. And let me tell you, exhaustion is some serious spice. I don't think I'll be able to eat much. It still hurts from all the running. Oh no, I'm sorry. Then how about a sweet drink or some jelly? We have lessons after this, so you'll need to restock on energy. Thanks, Tomte. You're right. I should have a little for energy. Still, I've got to say, I'm surprised you were an Idol fan, Odysseus. I had no idea until you said something. Yeah, me too. I thought it was obvious. You really looked like you were hiding it, so I pretended not to notice. Wait, seriously? Oh, I thought it was totally being stealthy. Look, you're both from the same world. Which, come to think of it, when I think about it, I'll have to check the events again. But I don't think we really had. I can't really think there's too many events where we've had characters from the same world participate. At least being mains, anyway. Being the main focus, anyway. Thanks for coming out and telling us, though, Odysseus. Glad to have an idol otaku in our midst. I feel reassured to have one, too. We do have singing lessons next, right? It might end up being as hard as that running lesson, but I do like singing, so I'm looking forward to it. You're right about that. Since this is Mr. Vymoyman we're talking about, before we sing, it'll probably be workout time! I knew it. Everyone except for Odysseus, who'd seen this coming, freezes up with their mouths hanging agape. You need to train those muscles if you're going to make a powerful stage-ready body. First, the classics. Crunches, push-ups, and squats. Now! You really trying to kill us? I can do crunches and squats. Well, squats I can barely do now because age, but God, I suck at push-ups. And it just reminds me of that horrible story back in 7th grade. Well, it turned horrible. Though, when I think about it, like when I think about Octopath Traveler 2 and Agnia's story, like she had that bit where she basically showed off like how she had like a ton of calluses and blisters on her feet because she was doing all that practicing dancing. So that is something. So yeah, I guess this would be common. Don't tell me we won't even get to sing this lesson. Vocalization practice. Oh, we're finally going to get to sing? This will be fun, like music lessons back in. Lie on your backs, raise your legs up 10 centimeters, and keep that form. Huh? After seeing that the trainees are in designated position, the assistant, waiting in the wings, starts playing it on the electronic piano. Oh. Oh, sorry. Focus on your abs and vocalize through abdominal breathing. Be louder than me. Strength and vocalization training. Muscular ones have it easy. Echo, Vapla, hang in there. While Odysseus and Tante are doing the training as told, Echo and Vapla are struggling just to hold the position. Apollo, however, who managed to recover from his special treatment earlier, joined the lesson. Why do I gotta waste my time with this nonsense? Can we be done, like, now? He's pulling off the training with perfect form and ease, complaining all the while. Oh, you got enough gas in the tank to complain? Try this then. Balance yourself in a V shape, twist your hips left and right, and sing a full song. Bruh. I can't even visualize what that is. You gotta be kidding me. There's no way he can pull that off. Sure, he's acting kind of foul, but Apollo's really got it. Stunned at the very thought of what it would take to follow the trainer's orders, Vapla falls speechless when he turns to glance at Apollo. The idol bends his body in a V shape, twists his upper body back and forth, and sings one of his usual songs a cappella with no apparent difficulty. Wow, what a wonderful song! Singing while doing calisthenics. Now that's a top idol. Seriously? If he could pull this off so easily, why even bother ducking out of practice? I just don't get this guy. Apollo sings his entire song without reacting to either praise or surprise. Odysseus does not react to his fellow trainees either. His heart is filled with conflicting emotions as he stares at the legendary idol. Wait is over, young bloods. Now for your song lesson. You studied the demo tape and score Leanne Sidahan handed you beforehand, right? Let me hear what you got for starters. By Moyman's signal, the instrumental track starts playing. The trainees stand up straight, breathe deeply, listening to the prelude. And then they manage to sing without going too far off pitch, but they lack the professionalism expected of an idol unit. What do you think, Brandon? Any words as producer? Not really my specialty. Lots of room to improve. Saying nothing about your appraisal, Von Moyman turns to Apollo. You're next, Apollo. Not one of your usual ones either. You can repeat the song you just heard, right? Huh? Why do I gotta go out of my way to sing their song? You can sing their song all the way to the end. I'll let you out of lessons for the rest of the day. Does that satisfy you? Apollo shows only a very faint reaction to his offer. Yet when the music starts, his stance and expression are identical to when he takes the stage. Wow! Huh. How is he pulling it off? Ad-lib dance moves, too. trainees are shocked at Apollo's improvised performance, as are you. The song overwhelms you in such a way that you cannot put what you feel into words, and before long, it ends. Listen up, trainees. If you want your careers to be legendary, you'll need a good example. A top-class idol can pull out this level of power and presence if they're hearing a song once. Remember that. And you, producer, don't forget what you just seen either. If you want to bring your idols to greater heights, you need to know the peak. Now, time for individual instruction. Step forward, one by one. Sir, yes, sir. As the trainees shout in lockstep, ready and willing to receive Valentine's training, it strikes them that making their dreams come true will take far more effort than they had imagined. Alright, took a long enough break. Way too long. Oh, no me. Like, I'm not involved. Looking far more ready to train than when they did their morning greetings. The trainees bow their heads in respect and begin receiving individual instruction. This isn't nerd karaoke. This isn't nerd karaoke. It's not about having a good time for yourself. You need your singing to strike the hearts of your listeners. Hold it! You can't just charge in on passion alone. Read the score, match your tempo. Don't try to vibe your way past forgetting the lyrics. Deuces, you do remember what I've taught you back in the Kano, yes? That we need a balance of technique and expression. That hiding yourself won't move the listener no matter how good you're singing you are. Precisely. You have good vocals, but you're too guarded, too reserved. Let more of your ego out. Either that or create an idol character to act as and fully sink into whenever you're performing. I guess that could work, but that has issues on its own. Make a mask and keep it on. Fool your fans and on and off the stage. Whether it's your true self or your crafted character, stick to one and see it through. But honestly, you should, like, if you're gonna do that, then you might need to ask, do you enjoy wearing that mask? Like, that's gonna create a problem in of itself. Echo, you've got a beautiful voice, that's for sure. But your song communicates nothing. Do it again from the top and keep singing until I say when. Yes, sir. Take it from the top. Valentine instruct the trainees in order. Echo's turn comes around, however. Deeper tension grips the studio. Each time Echo sings, Valentine's expression and voice grow harsher. That's no different! Do it again! Think of the meaning of the lyrics. Do part A again. Don't just focus on technique. Come on, again! Why is he singling out Echo to repeat herself like that? She really sounds good to me. I get it. There has to be a reasoning he's being so harsh on her. But I have no idea what she's doing wrong. I get it if it's going this route. This is the route of basic fans will eat it all up. But the ones that are professionals and whatnot, they can tell. They'll be able to tell the difference. Isn't he being too harsh? I mean, look at poor Echo. She looks like she's going through the ringer. The trainees are shaking, seeing one of theirs going through a much harsher experience than any of them had. I don't know. What should I do? Stop him? Echo thinks to herself, she loves singing. She would always be humming the other nymphs back in Olympus, always be living in song. So she thought somewhere in the back of her heart that she was a talented singer, and yet here she is doing exactly as her trainer demands, but to no avail. She keeps on repeating the song over and over. She loses sight of what constitutes singing well. What little pride the shy nymph had slowly begins to fade away. She no longer knows what to do. Oh no. Echo! Oh crap. I blew it. I got so enthralled by Echo's talent that I went way too hard. You had me fooled. I was thinking something else. Speaking as a teacher who had cultivated countless talents, Echo is far beyond the pack. None could match her in the group, none could match her in Tokyo. She would be the bedrock of the group's vocals, yet that made the solo parts all the more difficult. Echo instinctively tends to move to the beat of others around her, yet a solo vocal section demands she stands out. I don't know how to call this. I don't want to hold it in and watch. So that's your choice, Brandon? You believe in her, and so will I. There's no need to go that far. It's not like we... Wait, please don't finish that sentence. I can keep going. Please, let me sing again. Echo holds Weimoimen's gaze and shouts, not even bothering to wipe away her tears. I'm angry. But who am I angry at? My trainer for being too harsh? No. There's only one person I could be angry at. The person who can't even take a step on the path to idoldom, whose abilities aren't up to snuff. Me. Myself. Overwhelmed by Echo's force, the assistant plays the music again without waiting for Weimoimen's reply. She remembers her trainer's words, closes her eyes, listens closely, and faces the rhythm of each verse. She remembers what Amdusias had told her about the weight of being taught by Weimoimen. I believe I'm pronouncing it wrong like every single time. The guy's a legend in our school. Any student Ame-no-uzume personally teaches is guaranteed to go pro. Problem is, he only gives personal lessons to students he thinks have the potential. This is one real golden opportunity. Got it? It's just like back then. Everyone had worked so hard to bring us together, and I wasn't able to come through. I had to. I decided back then that I would change, and I don't want to waste that commitment. This time, I'm going to find my courage to take on the unknown. I'm an echo, someone who exists as a reflection of someone else's voice. Well, in that case, I'll answer the voice that's fighting for us, the one that wants us to make, the one that wants to make our dreams come true. Wait, what? Me? Oh! What do you think? Unable to calm her emotions, Echo's voice had trembled a few times during her song. From a sheer technical standpoint, she thinks her singing is at the start of the lesson was better. However, that just now, Echo, you were singing with the voice of someone not in this group, weren't you? No, yes. Someone this group needs. Someone I wanted to harmonize with. They both glance momentarily at a certain someone watching the lesson. Well, good job, Echo. You showed guts to give me even pause. Give even me pause. Ame-no-uzume's attitude completely changes, and his stern expression softens into a smile. My apologies, too. I wasn't planning on pushing any of you trainees so hard from day one. I just couldn't stop myself from trying to expose some brilliant talent I'd caught sight of. Thanks, producer. I kinda cried in front of everyone, huh? But, trainer, what do you mean by brilliant talent? Song, dance, performance, audience direction. Idols have many different talents. Those who understand where they shine brightest and polish that talent are what we in the business call aces. Echo, I believe that in time, that singing talent of yours will make... Echo, I believe that in time, that singing talent of yours will make you this group's ace. You don't just have a brilliant singing voice, and in a way, you've got the talent to draw out the other members and have them harmonize with your voice. My voice has that kind of power? I don't really understand. I bet not. You're still rough, still wet behind the ears. That's something everyone feels at the birth, though. It's a gate you pass through once, never to return to. You swear you hear the familiar sound of annoying scoff from one shadowy corner of the room. How you were born with that talent, it isn't important. Because the time comes for everyone when they choose what birth to undergo and what they will become. Amdusius, Vapula, Tomte, everyone's in the same boat. An idol is not given life from those around them. They are born from their own desire. That concludes today's lesson. Keep up your training on your own. Thank you, sir! A lot of editing I'm gonna have to do. For one, making Echo's parts louder. an idol training camp. Lessons are conducted from morning to evening. When those evening classes end, trainees have the night to themselves. This time was used for self-practice to help complete the assignments given to each of them, or for simple refreshment and relaxation. Tonight, however, driven by some unspoken understanding, the group gathers in the break room of the practice area. That was amazing, Echo! Mr. Weinemoyman never praises someone in the first lesson. You really are something. That guy's kind of terrifying though, right? I mean, if he was throwing the book at me like that, I'd up and tap out right away. I'm a top breeder, and even I think that was pretty rough instruction. Though, on the other hand, I guess that means our trainer was just that serious. I get what you're saying, Tom Tay. But I'd rather have fun in my lessons. Before Echo can say anything, the sliding door opens, and in comes Apollo. I was hoping to grab me a nice snooze, but the whole group's here. Sleep in your room. Sleep in your room. You really aren't afraid of anything, are you? You know I got the bigwigs of showbiz wrapped around my finger. I have Ophion. I have Ophion and Hakumen. Like, no. Wait, go back from the start. I have Ophion, Hakumen, and Lucifuge. What chance have you got? Like, I'd just be like, I have Gabrielle. Or Gabriel. However you want to say it. Well, whatever. It don't matter to me. None. If you gather here, you gotta answer this question of mine, though. No way. Apollo speaking to us himself? Ignoring the fellow Olympian, straightening herself up in reverence, Apollo asked his question to the group. See, the big lion guy over there was saying in this regard, and I gotta ask, why push yourself like this? Why be so on edge? Like, why not just leave the whole song and dance business to idling to people who couldn't be anything else? I just don't know why you'd make yourself suffer like this. That's how you want to play. We can go. Because we have dreams too. What I want to be and what I'm good at are different. So I'll put in the effort no matter what. Or at least that's what I think. A different ball game from you, Apolly. You got idol talent and don't need to do the work to keep on shining. I don't need a prophecy to tell me that we're never going to get along. Producer's right. There's a lot of joy to be felt when achieving a hard goal. And that's the joy you can share with those who supported you all the way. Oh, yeah? Yeah. All that tells me is that you all don't have a clue in the world. I get that you're an incredible idol, Apollo, but you don't need to rain on their parade like that. Like I'd do that. I just spoke up because of what you're up to is so obvious it just doesn't make sense to me. Apollo, would it be alright for me to say something? Apollo gives his consent with a glance and a nod. If you want to know why I'm working this hard, it's because my producer and trainer believe in me. I don't think I can become an idol. I don't think I'm cut out for it. But the people around me are always watching out for me. They tell me what I haven't realized about myself. want to let them down. I want to meet their expectations. Yeah, I knew that. Figured as much from that singing of yours. You heard what that scary voice trainer said. It's also obvious I didn't need to ask. What does that mean? Are you trying to give advice or... Pile out! Yes, sir! This room's too crowded to relax, so I'm gonna head back and sleep. See ya. Caretakers hoist him up and carry him off. Damn it, it's no fair. Paulie's got all the talents I wish I had, and he acts like he doesn't care about any of it. He's just so cool. Still, he could at least show a little more interest in us for going down the same path. He could have heard us out a little. Hearing Amdusius's bitter remarks, Echo noticed something and whispers to herself. All of the top 12 Olympians are a little like that. But what he said about understanding something without hearing it put into words, I might have felt the same. Among her memories of home, she thought of what she wanted to share, how she felt with her first love to soothe his loneliness. Recalling them now, however, she realized that deep within her heart, buried under such empathy, may have been her desire to exist in his world, to at least be noticed by him if not loved. Brandon, why did you scout me out to be an idol? Because you were the first one to show up. Shut up. I'm kidding. With a questioning look, she adds, Why did you notice me? Oh no, it's back! No! I honestly don't know how to answer. It's none of these, to be honest. Like it is none of these, to be honest. Like my answer is more like just thinking back to everything she went through in her previous event. Like, and she's managed to come this far. Now she's ready to like level up again. At first, it was just because I was forced, but I'm like, like she wants to level up again. Like, I'm for that. That's essentially what I'm going with. I'm like, like she wants. Like after seeing her in action, I'm like, that's what I want for her. Like she wants to level up. Let's push her. Let's support her to keep going. That's essentially how I feel about it. I want to see it actually succeed. Though none of these answers I don't think remotely say how close that is to what I'm trying to go for. These two just feel and this feels like a totally different thing. thing than what I'm thinking entirely. Like I want to like she wants to take the next step into like growing. And you know, I was like, I just want to support her in that endeavor. If you don't know, in Time Warp, she went through a lot just to get as far as she did. I guess I'll go with choice 3. You've experienced a wonderful romance. I'm glad to hear you say my experience was wonderful. Thank you, producer. I'll become a wonderful idol. Just you wait. Satisfied with the answer she received, Echo thanks you with a relieved smile. There is something I want to discuss about self-practice. Ame-no-uzume's lessons continue to the next day, and the day after that. Then, a few days and lessons in, the trainer notices the looks on his trainees' faces have clearly changed. Opening his eyes up wide, Ame-no-uzume makes a loud announcement. Time for a vocals battle! Uh-oh. The vocals battle? At the sound of Ame-no-uzume's voice, Leanne Side and another transient with wings step into the studio. Oh, hey, Ziz. It's been a minute. Miss Ziz? Oh, right. You were... Whoa, a legendary singer. Oh, goodness me. You know my other name, Brandon? No, I was just saying stuff to be saying stuff. My, it's a little embarrassing to have a student know my Eden name. What's her Eden name? Allow me to introduce singer Renanin. She'll be your opponent for today. You're Renanin? The legendary famous singer? I'm very honored that someone among you knows my stage name. I'm pleased to meet you, future idol unit. I hope you enjoy singing with Big Sister here. Oh, God. I'll be adding my modest singing talents into the mix, too. On Ziz's side, I want to see how much you've grown up close and personal. All right, trainees, go head to head with the legend and impress me. Yeesh, we're really gonna be able to sing worth a damn up against a pro like this? Of course we can. We've been training hard so far. I think so too. Nafla, everyone, let's do our best. All right. Time to show what you've trained for. Ready for this, everyone? Good. Let them hear our song.
ドロッドロに汗をかき、ドロッドロに癒されろ。今よりこの俺が決めたぜ。暖かいだろう。
ウィーンガシャンちょあなたの
暖か
あな崩れるあなたの声をウィーンガシャン
決め
あなたの大丈夫崩れるあなたの声をウィーンガシャン
決め 決めたぜ。
あな崩れぬ崩れぬ
最高のステージだったよな。プロデューサーも見ててくれたか。
My stillborn romance was sad, but that wasn't all it was. The emotions that welled up in the fallout painted my heart, making it a far more vivid canvas. And it's because of the people I met here in Tokyo that I've finally been able to let myself think that. Which is why I keep finding myself thinking, if only I had been braver back then. If only I had the courage to say I loved who I loved. To communicate what I wanted him to turn, to look at me. There's no going back in time, though. Even if I had managed to face my past. And as she said, and as I've just read that, I immediately thought of a different voice for her. And I don't think I can do that voice, though. Well, not... I can't immediately just change into that. That would take quite a bit. So I started thinking about what I can do in the future, from here on out. I've always wanted to move forward, after all. Like the people who just met me encouraged me so much. I want to encourage those who have a tendency for romance like mine. Because I've always wanted to cheer on those chasing love, to see their romantic dreams come true. I'll put all of those feelings in my song to cheer on my listeners' romantic ambitions as an idol. I may be poor at speaking after taking that curse, but I know that if I can't say it, I can sing it. The music from the speakers comes to an end. The vocals battle reaches its close. While Ame-no-uzume simply stares at the trainees, saying nothing. Say, we didn't do anything to vex him, did we? I got no clue. I was so focused on singing my heart out that I didn't have time to notice anything off. Let's just calm down, all right? We finished singing and there's nothing else we can do, right? We had to be fine. Our song definitely got through to him, I think. Hopefully. After the trainees share their anxiety, they look to you when the silence becomes unbearable. Worthy! Very impressive. Your feelings became as one, and you were singing like a true pro. All right! We did it, everyone! Thank you, trainer. Great job, everyone! You showed up so much higher than I thought you would. You only started practice just a few days ago, didn't you? Goodness, you're at this level already. I'm so impressed. Your secret training really paid off. My idols are the best. There is something I want to discuss about self-practice. How about, temporarily at least, we all practice together? I want to let you all know how I want to sing this song. I want to know what kind of feelings you all want to put into the song, too. Then I want us to consider together how we want to deliver our song to our audience. Oh, great idea, Echo. I'm for it. I might even have a few ideas of my own on any parts of the song that give us trouble. Hearing from what the trainees had decided on, Valentine grunts an affirmation. First, having Echo question her own singing. That is big as it is. Yet she also noticed that in song, she is resonating with her team members' thoughts and feelings. Now that's growth. It's been a while since I've seen something so impressive. The idols you scouted are going to be legends, believe you me. I'm looking forward to seeing them shine. I have nothing more to teach them. Let them train on their own and seek out a legendary debut. This concludes today's special voice lesson. I'll be cheering you on from afar back at Nakano Academy. Thank you, sir. Looks like those trainees figured out one of the things they just didn't get. Paulo, however, is not surprised. After all, everything revolves around him. There is only one sun in this world, and only one top idol above all. Tez Catlapoca, sorry. Huh? They all survived Mr. Vi's lessons? Seriously? Like, that's totally cray. So up next, huh? This is gonna be really cray-cray, for real. Especially since that kid pisses me off. There's only one sun in the world, he says.